What's your name?
Aziza.
And you are they, them?
Yes.
And so what are some of the more recent things that have you feeling anxious or under attack out of this state and abroad?
Right. Well, for me personally, it all kind of started when the whole Don't Say Gay thing kind of passed, because I was like, that doesn't really seem, I identify as a lesbian as well, so that didn't really seem fair, because I mean, when I was in school, being able to talk about that kind of thing really helped, because I'm from up north, I'm from Pennsylvania originally, and my teachers were very accepting and stuff like that. And more recently with the idea of like hormones being blocked and I plan on getting top surgery one day, and it's really concerning to me that I one day may not be able to get it. I know they're starting with kids, but other states are starting to introduce things for adults, and that's concerning. Right,
and DeSantis wants to expand it to high school now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said, books were kind of transformative and informative in your as you grew up. Do you have any books that you recommend that?
I don't read often.
That's fine. That's
but fair. I mean, if you identify as queer in any way, I think Heartstopper is a really wholesome sort of series to look into. There's a lot of different representation, not just gay men, and it's a graphic novel, so it's easy to read.
Right. So that kind of seeing yourself in characters allows you to understand yourself better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what sorts of things would you like to see done as kind of a remedy, or changes that you would like to see made here and in other states?
I would really like it if President Biden could put some sort of national protection on gay people and trans healthcare and some sort of thing. That's kind of what I've said from the start, is that, unfortunately in red states, you're going to deal with the conservative politician, but if Biden could do something and put some sort of protection, we'd probably be in a better place, but...
Right. And one would think that some of this would fall under anti-discrimination law, but it doesn't seem to.
You would think, but...
All right. So would you, this is kind of a loaded question, but would you recommend Florida, or would you recommend people stay away from Florida right now?
See, it's a hard decision for me, because I literally love Orlando.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I'm from Pennsylvania originally, and I moved here for school, and I chose to stay because I love it. I love the weather. I love the city, everything.
Sure.
But I have thought about leaving, and that sucks. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's this city is awesome, but this state, I'm a little scared. So I truthfully don't know. I think that's something you have to think about yourself and think how you would feel comfortable.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Rise up, get down, revolution's in town! Rise up, get down, revolution's in town! Rise up, get down, revolution's in town!
I am Laura, Laura Renee Benson.
And I'm Christy Tallerton,
and we are supporting trans and queer.
All right. And you were saying this is also a personal cause for you.
Yeah, I have some adopted kids whose parents rejected them, and so they have come under my wing. I've been helping their transitions probably for the last 10 years. I have friends of mine whose children have come out as trans. We watch them be born, and so this is a very personal thing.
Yeah.
One family is actually fleeing Florida. They were an Air Force family, and they decided to come from Georgia back down here to retire. They are fleeing Florida because their daughter is trans.
Yay!
Ouch. So, this is very personal as far as being here and making sure that we're a statement.
Right. And so in the meantime, our state government is focused on making it so that guns are more welcome in the state than trans people.
Pretty much, yes. But now, mind you, I am not against gun ownership.
Yeah.
think that we all need to be regulated in some form.
Right.
Because I'm sorry, I don't want some weirdo walking the streets with a concealed weapon without a permit. I'm everything that unfortunately our former president is for. I want our kids to be taken care of. I want people to be able to not have their autonomy taken away, whether it's our queer and trans kids or women or female assigned at birth folks. We have issues that need to be taken care of, and our governor is not doing it.
Because people should choose who they want to be called.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
So yes, I am her adoptive aunt. Her mom and I are really good friends, and she got in trouble at school. We homeschool.
Okay.
But she actually got in trouble on a live lesson because her teacher decided to split them up between girls and boys, and she told in front of her little girl group that I'm not called a girl. I'm non-binary, and she got in trouble for it because she's in 3rd grade.
Jeez.
And so we had a talk with her teacher. Her principal called her mother. It was a big deal, all because somebody's dad was on there and didn't agree with the fact that she didn't want to be called a girl.
And they want to expand those sorts of restrictions all the way even through high school.
Yes, they do. And I went through high school with a bunch of my friends that were gay. Every last one of them was in the closet until probably after college.
And that's no way to live.
Kid of the 80s,
Yeah.
Hiding because AIDS was a big thing.
Just don't say gay things shouldn't exist. It's not right.
No, it's not. Suppression of thought only leads to dark places, really.
Yes, it does.
Negative stuff.
Thank you. These signs are too good to ignore. Yeah.
My name is Christopher Gerard. I'm 25 and I'm transgender and queer.
And which pronouns do you identify?
He, him.
He, him? Okay. And you are out here, what's driven you out here this morning?
I heard that there was going to be a youth walkout, and all I wanted to do was show my support and protect the youth if there was going to be anti-protesters.
Absolutely. And you were saying that you've done some organizing in the past. And
I used to go to Boone High School down the road. I was the GSA co-president for a couple of years. We started a program with Zebra Coalition to make donations. We would do clothing drives in the winter, and we would do a monetary drive during the summer. We also walked with them and raised money during the Pride Week, and we walked with them at Pride. So.
Fantastic. And so how did you come to know that you were trans? Did you read any books? Did you see yourself in any characters that are now being outlawed, or did you just know?
From when I was a little kid, when we would play house, I would be the dad. So when we would play Barbies, I would be Ken. My parents knew before I did. I came out as a lesbian when I was 11. And I started trying to figure things out because I knew something wasn't right. I was like, I like girls. Maybe I'm a lesbian because I'm a girl.
Sure.
And then I was like, no, I don't like girls in that way. I still don't feel right. So a couple years later, when I was 15, I came out as transgender. That was a lot harder because not as many people believe that that's real, even if they're supporting of the LGBT community.
And so you would be of the opinion that had you been able to see yourself in books, in literature, in education, it may have been easier to know what was going on inside you.
Definitely. I found an online community, but that was because I was reaching out and searching.
Right.
I had no sort of education in school on this. The only way I knew about the LGBT community was because my mother was bisexual herself. She was involved in the community, and so I was involved at a young age. Not a lot of people have that same sort of background, though, so
Right.
it would have been nice to learn about trans people at a young age, even just knowing that they exist.
Yeah, because that searching and that self-suppression can be fairly traumatic. I imagine.
Yeah, the self-suppression is definitely there. Overcompensating.
Yeah.
You know, I'm definitely a girl. I'm just a lesbian. I'm going to go really hard into that lifestyle. And
So, what are some of the main changes that you would like to see, either nationally or in the state?
I want people to be able to do what they want. Keep your hands off my body.
That seems perfectly
I don't care
reasonable.
what you do with yours. Don't care what I do with mine.
Yeah.
And I think it should be kept within everybody's home. Parents should have the right. You know, in this state, it takes 2 parents to get rights for hormone therapy. I don't think that's right, frankly, because sometimes you see in households there's one parent that is supportive of their child and one parent that's severely against it. That can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, actually, a bill that's moving through the legislature would enable a parent to extradite a child who is living with their other parent if they are undergoing hormone therapy.
It's basically legalizing kidnapping and protecting people from other states that are coming here and doing that as well.
Yeah.
And making the work of social workers so much harder.
Yes, absolutely. So all of these laws seem to be based on empowering the most ignorance possible.
Absolutely.
So,
I agree.
well, is there anything that you think like nationally could be done? Because obviously our state legislature is just a dumpster fire.
Question. You know, if there was something saying leave people to their own, federally maybe, I don't know. Keep it in the household, like.
It does seem like some of it should be
They
covered
like
under
to preach that they want to do what they want with their kids, but then they're going to control what others do. It doesn't make sense.
It does seem like some of this should be covered under like anti-discrimination.
I feel like it should be, yes.
Yeah.
Trans rights are human rights! Trans rights are human rights! Trans rights are human rights!
Heard you have a TikTok and you're raising money?
No, so the TikTok is actually, here, I'll take this real quick.
Yeah.
So the TikTok that's raising money for gender affirming care is Mercury Stardust.
Mercury Stardust.
Yeah, they've already raised nearly 1.5 million
Amazing.
for gender affirming care for trans youth.
Absolutely.
So, you know, you can go check out Mercury Stardust on TikTok if you wish to donate.
All right. Yeah.